What up, fam? It's your boy Chris Cage coming at you 2 times, and it's now time for another weekly race video. It is now time for the weekly race debut of the Drop Jump Raceway track. You have seen a couple of videos on this track for Hot Wheels Versus, but now it's time for it to make its weekly race debut. And for today's weekly race debut of this track, we're going to do something very simple. Why? How about a 32-card tournament of the best Hot Wheels cars from just recently as of this filming? Got 32 cars here that are going to challenge this Drop Jump Raceway track. The matchups are going to appear as they are. And you never know who is going to come out on top and who is going to win this thing. And with that in mind, it's time now to begin round number 1 of this unique track as we see who will win today's weekly race. Alright, round number 1 is going to begin of this unique track. And it's time to see who will win out of these matchups. Let's go. And your first winner already goes to Side Splitter. Here comes match number 2. Alright, nobody made it this time. Now, if they don't make it for a third time, then we are going to have to disregard both of them and move on to the next race. So this is the first of 3 DNFs for these two. Alright, so looks like the Blown 57 Chevy Racing Edition is in, but hasn't crossed the line. Now, if this happens a third time, then that means that if he is like this or on the track at any time, then that will count as a win. But if both of these fall off the track, then nobody wins. Alright, so since it was a third DNF-like thing, we see the 57 Chevy still in here, so that will count as a win since it's on the track, even though it's upside down. Alright, next race. First DNF. Second DNF here. Winner is Camaro Wind. Alright, next race. So just a reminder. The first 2 times, if nobody makes it across the line, the little red flag thing over the red finish line there, then on the third time, if a car is on the track in any way, it wins. But there's a catch. If both cars are on the track, the one who has all fours on the track, that means all 4 wheels on the track, basically elimination raceway rules, wins at that point. So let's go. First DNF. Now, since it's the first DNF, this right here does not count. Second DNF. Again, that does not count. But if this happens for a third time, then whatever happens in this run, if that happens again, will count. Alright, so since that happened for a third time, Callaway C7 is going to win it and go on to the next round. Next race, and I actually thought this was black, but if you take a look at it, it's actually dark blue. Very good, a very cool color choice for that 32 Ford right there. First DNF. Second DNF. And look at the McLaren on its side right there. McLaren Senna wins since he remains in the track. Next race. First DNF. Second DNF. This also does not count, by the way. All right, winner. After that third somewhat DNF, it goes to the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile. So far, the only car to make it through without an incident is Side Splitter. Let's see if we can have another one. And we have a winner this time, second one to cross the flag right here, cross the line right here, and it's the Lamborghini Centenario Roadster. Next race. First DNF. Ooh, second DNF. Winner is going to go to the Ford Aerostar. All right, guys, next race. Wow. Somehow, that Thunderbird got denied, and it looks like to me that it's going to go to the 97 Firebird Funny Car. All right, next race. First DNF. Ooh, he almost had it, but still a second DNF this time around. Koenigsegg Jesko. Even though he went upside down, he is still your winner. Here's an interesting race. Time to see who will win it. First DNF. Second DNF. All right, since the Urus is on the track in some form of way, I'm going to give this one the win, since its two wheels are touching the edge of the track. Here comes your next race. First DNF. Look at the Camaro all the way over there. Oh, the M250 just got stopped by the Camaro. Second DNF. And looks like, wow, look at that. M250 got really screwed this time, because your winner, facing backwards, is the 67 Camaro. Here comes the next race. 89 Batmobile gets the win. All right, next race. The Anglia 105E crosses the line first and gets the win. Second to the last race. Lotus Concept gets the win. Here's your final race. Time to see who'll move on to the next round. First DNF. Second DNF. Wow, that's a highlight right there. The Dodge Daytona went and crossed the line backwards like that. I got to see a replay of that. But that is it for round number 1. Here is all who's going to move on to round number 2, as you see right here. And round number 2 will begin right after this replay. Round number 2, everybody. Now, before we begin round number 2, we just got to make some things clear. So, this race is a 3 DNF run for each matchup. In the first two DNF races, or in the first two runs, if there are DNFs, that means nothing counts. So if they make it onto the track but then don't cross the line, they have to start over, because the goal of the first two runs is to cross the line. The third run is where anything counts. So if the car is on the track, that's a win. If one car is on the track but with all fours on and another one doesn't, that also counts as a win. But if both capsize off the track but are still hanging on the track, the one up front wins. So I hope those rules will clarify it. If you need me to clarify any more, I'll be available at all times throughout the day, especially when this race goes out in the days later. I'll be able to reply and make sure that everybody's clear, and pin the comment as well too. So anyway, let's go with this race. Round number 2, first race. Let's go. Just like that, we got our first DNF. I gotta watch when it comes to these funny cars, because one popped off this fountain. One funny car popped off of this foundation. All right, side splitter wins. All right, next race. First DNF. Second DNF. All right, so since both vehicles capsize off the track, the one who's in, now this is all fours upside down, so I will actually count the McLaren Senna getting the win this time. Here's the next race. Wow, Koenigsegg Jesko beats the Firebird funny car. Here comes your next race. Ooh, I don't know about this one. This race is under review. After reviewing the race, the ruling on the track has confirmed that the Anglia 105E going backwards has gotten the win. An image will pop on the top right of your screen in that area, showing that despite the fact of being out of the track for a little bit, reminiscent to a highlight from 2019, he got back into the track, and not only that, got the win and prevented the Batmobile from crossing the line first. And you say Harry Potter magic doesn't exist when it comes to this car, as that car in particular comes from a Harry Potter set. So, yeah, that is a very, very shocking way to get a win, and I wouldn't be surprised if when doing the highlights video in the end, this ends up in the top 5 or number 1, because that is an impressive move from a little old classic Ford that represents an iconic movie franchise. Here's your next race. I'm going to have to give this to the Callaway C7, as he literally stops the Camaro win from getting the win. Excuse me. Yes, Callaway C7 beats out Camaro win to get the win by being on top of him. All right, guys, next race. First DNF as the Aerostar just taps him. All right, Second DNF. Oh, wow, look at this. That Aerostar was just inches away from not winning and joining the Centenario, but it's touching the track, so we're going to give that a win. Next race, everybody. First DNF. Second DNF, as they're right next to each other, buddy to buddy, upside down. Oh, for the first time ever, we will have no car moving on from these two. And here's your final race. Time to see who move on to the next round. First DNF. And the Lotus Concept going sideways gets the win this time, which means that no matter what, Lotus Concept gets a pass since the previous heat did not produce a winner. So here are your 7 cars moving on to the third round, as that will be coming up next. Third round here. Here's your first matchup. I think I made us count that. Side splitter, upside down, gets the win. All right, guys, here's your next matchup. The magic ain't gonna work this time. First DNF. Oh, he didn't move it this time. Second DNF. Anglia 105E is up front more and is going to get the win. Since the Lotus Concept is moving on by itself, here's your final race to determine who will move on to the finals. First DNF, while the C7 got thrown all the way over there. And the Arrow Flash going sideways gets the win. He is going to face off against Lotus Concept in the finals, as Side Splitter has to take on a magical Anglia 105E. The finals with these 4 are coming up next. Time for the finals to begin. Here is your first of 4 cars. The first 2 are on the track. Let's see who wins it. We're still going by the DNF rules. So here we go. First DNF for these 2. Second DNF. And they both land upright. It will go to Side Splitter, who will get the win. Here's your final 2, and we're going to do the gauntlet race a little bit differently this time around. For only the Drop Jump Raceway. Nowhere else. Ford Aerostar. This is going to be compelling. Not that. A heavy, funny car taking on a light and nimble Aerostar. We're going to see who will win between these 2 in the new gauntlet for the Drop Jump Raceway. And only for this one only. The rest of them have to follow the other one. Now time for the Drop Jump. Try saying that 5 times. That's a tongue twister. The Drop Jump Gauntlet Race. It's the best of 5. 5 runs only. If we end up with 4 DNFs and 1 win, that means the winner will win the weekly race. But you have to win at least 3, or if not, as many as you can in the gauntlet race. A DNF will count as a run. But this time, staying on the track counts. Only in the gauntlet for any run. So let's go. We didn't have to do anything because Side Splitter wins the first one. Time for the second run. And the Aerostar, which remains on the track, gets a win. Third run. And it goes to Side Splitter, who is upside down. If he wins one more race, then he is your winner of today's weekly race. Alright guys, here we go. If Side Splitter wins, he wins today's weekly race. But if not, excuse me for a second. If not, then we're going to be forced into a fifth run here. Aerostar upside down gets the win, staying in the track. We're going to a fifth run here. Both cars, or both castings, have 2 apiece. Only one will win it. Will it be the Side Splitter, or will it be the Aerostar? Let's find out who wins this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can concur that we have a winner. Because one of the many rules states that you have to remain on the track in order to win. And since Side Splitter is on the track and Aerostar is not, that means your winner of today's Hot Wheels weekly race on the Drop Jump Raceway is Side Splitter. Now I know this is not the only vehicle that goes by Side Splitter, because yes, you hear that in the background. If my mind serves me correctly, another casting goes by Side Splitter. Let me see if I can find it here. This guy goes by Side Splitter too. But we already know where Side Splitter was competing, and it's not this one. It's the white one. So there you go. Your winner of today's Hot Wheels weekly race, the Side Splitter from the Splatter Paint series. And if you hear that fake noise in the background, apparently one of my cordless phones decided to not work and is now beeping like it's going out of style. Sorry about that, folks. But that'll do it for today's Hot Wheels weekly race. I hope you liked this video. Give it a thumbs up. Comment down below. If you are brand new watching this, be sure you subscribe and also turn on the notifications bell as well. It's your boy Chris Cage, and I'm coming at you 2 times, and we will see you at the next video. Thanks for watching.